Hello, my name is John and today on Monostory we're going to be talking about what is a devil from Chainsaw Man. So let's get into it and find out what it's all about. A devil is a type of entity that has a power or ability. It is generally derived from someone's fear. So you could look at, let's say, the tomato devil. People fear tomatoes, but it isn't really as strong as the angel devil or the chainsaw devil, because chainsaws or angels seem to be more feared in our modern community. There are also different types of devils. Not only are there the original devils, there are also things known as fiends. These are devils that have inhabited or taken over a human body and therefore now take on that form. They may maintain that human's memories or way of thinking of the original person. The way this generally happens is that a devil is at the brink or is near being deleted, and therefore they have to survive and take on a human form by generally taking over a person who has been deleted. Therefore, the new host is a devil that was once a fully fledged devil and is now a fiend posing as a human with devil abilities. Another type or form of devil is known as a hybrid. This is where the human and the devils fuse together and become one entity. And for this to happen, the devil has to take the human's heart and replace it with them being the heart. Now, this form allows for the human to maintain his or her consciousness. That means that even though they can transform fully into the devil, they are still able to maintain who they were and maintain their full thoughts and emotions in their own control. Devils also have the ability to reincarnate, which means that even though they are deleted, they are never permanently deleted. They can always be made into a new devil. However, this devil with the same ability has different memories, as reincarnation is where someone is reborn with a new personality. However, there are some cases where Chainsaw Man somehow has the ability to erase certain devils from existence. However, this is very rare and very difficult to do. Devils can also eat other devils to obtain new powers. However, this is very difficult and only a few devils can do this. And the main weakness to being a devil is that if you obtain admiration or are less feared, then your power will diminish. The main benefits of devils is that they give you the ability to use their powers, and in return you are to give them something. So the very interesting thing about some of these devils is that their drawbacks aren't as bad as others. So for example, Kon, the wolf devil, who is the fear of wolves, is only asking for some form of skin or meat. And so when you use that ability, the return or the result of that is that you are harmed, but in a more delicate manner. However, in the case of the future devil, if you were to get the future devil, you are able to see into the future, but the drawback is the future devil is able to be a part of you. So for example, in the case of Aki gets the future devil to work with him through contract, but the future devil is within his eye, and he even offers to show Aki his own deletion, but Aki refuses, and that's also another drawback because it ultimately proves that you will know the end point of your life. The reason that devils and making these contracts are so good is that anybody can make a contract if you have the right thing that the devil wants. And this is very interesting because it can make anyone who is a weak, low-class individual into a high-powered fighting machine, or someone who can do something that you can't really stop, because devils inherently are some of the most powerfulest beings in this world. And depending on what devil you have chosen to contract with if it's possible. The drawback may be ultimate deletion, but the power you obtain before that is so great that no one can really stop you. And the fact that you can get that no matter who you are is what makes them so awesome. They also offer such an interesting point to the story because they are so unique. We understand that all devils have different wants and desires. Their main goal, however, is to use or manipulate or control or abuse human beings, as that is their concept of being a devil. And so it creates a whole new dynamic to the story because some of these fights, some of these thoughts of what devils think of humans and what humans think of devils is so unique, and it creates this very interesting story, especially where some stories are based on different countries and how devils aren't inherently just in Japan. They are worldwide, and these different devils are coming to try get, let's say for the story, Chainsaw Man and his devil Pochita, because it is so powerful. That is my thoughts on what is a devil from Chainsaw Man. And I think devils are one of, if not the best power systems or villains in a story. The amount of depth that they have, the way they can use their abilities, their uniqueness, they really help to bring a story to life, and I'm really excited to see more of them in the future. But I want to hear what you think about devils in Chainsaw Man. So please write down in the comment section below what you think about them, if they are good or bad and why. Thank you for watching today's video. If you haven't already liked, subscribed and pressed the bell button, please do so. My name is John from Monostory, and if you want to keep on watching this channel, please click down below to one of the videos. If not, until next time, I will see you on another Monostory.